Na 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 na. I forgot about his music. Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. It's been a very long time since we've played this game. So, yeah. Also, it's an old thumbnail, since I don't even remember if I took a screenshot to to do this last time. But anyway, we're back for today, for a little bit, with some Final Fantasy XIV Online. So, obviously, as you see in the title, spoiler alert, we are somewhere in Endwalker. I think the main scenario quest is level 82. So we'll be trying to focus on this one here. The capital idea. And then I'm going to continue. So if you haven't played Endwalker yet, and you don't want to get too many spoilers, bear in mind, you will receive them. If you don't mind about that, or if you have already finished the game, by all means, enjoy this with me. Assuming it's here. Let's have a look. Gosh, have not played this in ages. There we go. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Science. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. Hey Wolfie. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive? It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. How are you doing, Wolfie? I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Hey. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Estinian be like, why me? You okay? Just playing with your face? Okay. I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. Phew, I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Vatra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales. We must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Lominsa. A city where I always get freaking lost. Great. We teleport from here? Like we can. We have some money. Yeah, we have about 1 million. Alright, cool. Should be good. I can't even remember if we've had the first level 80 plus dungeon by now. I think so. Let's have a look. Endwalker. Yeah, the first one. Tower of Zot. So true. After that one, we kind of finally got a cure against the Tempered. That was their name. I can't even remember honestly anymore. How do I play Reaper again? Yeah, okay. I'll get the hang of it again, I guess. I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seats here and the Sultana. 3 of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? Most powerful woman. Let me prepare a bit, I shall pose. Oh, hell no, let's go. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding skills and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, the surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixel, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. Oh boy. But your triumph in Radzatan has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the Scions of the Seven Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. Okay. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. To think such a progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telophorois every whim without question. Hey Tama, welcome. What are the names? Yeah, indeed, they are kind of funny, some of them. Nanamo Ulnamo. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. How are you feeling? Is your tummy okay? I did not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Tancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Oh yeah, you might actually be right. Might be Ui. Ui, no. My bad. Though its purpose remains unclear, there is reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said of the Telophoroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. And this is Merlwhip, but I can barely pronounce that. I'd wager the spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. And this is Kanisena. And this would appear to be substantiated by Y'shtora's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if I was being redirected to the largest spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. Okay, Wolfie, good luck in class. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Hell nah, obviously. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. Hey, your stomach kept you up all nice tonight? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tama. I hope it gets better soon though. Also, so quick notice, when I'm like narrating, it's like on autoplay, so I'll reach chat as fast as I can after or during if I can. But if I don't instantly react or answer, it's because I'm like trying to narrate when they don't narrate. And when they are narrating, I'm gonna shut the hell up because I also want to enjoy the story. What shall we say? It doesn't matter usually. For honor and glory, for the people of Garlemald, for revenge against the Telefroy. For honor and glory, I guess. Let's go with the standard one. Couldn't have put it better myself. Y'shtola, Tancred and Urianger have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsebard. Raban and Lord Emeric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telefroy so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create diversion. Now go! Safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Hopefully the medication can help your stomach a bit though. And maybe this time no pizza. Pizza might be a bit heavy. Sadly enough. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Our bike. Wait, that's new. Wait, what? That looks really awkward. I'm not gonna lie. That bike looked awkward. The Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emeric be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defense's effort fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsebard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. True. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight, where the words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emeric's struggles mirrors my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsebard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Oh. Word of your exploits travels quickly. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange. I thought you'd have to stake in this. I do. The Telefroy have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mode of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varys and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsebard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. Forgot how much narrating this is. Good thing my voice is healed up completely. We will deliver your people from harm in your stead. I doubt they'll be pleased to see the champion of Eorzea set foot on Garlean soil. Let's go with the first one, I guess. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. Hello, King. Newbie. I'm no newbie. In light of Gaia's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have deflected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? How are you doing, King? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Yay. Question mark present. Alright. The other members of the Ilsebard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. You doing good? Nice, nice, nice. As the remaining members of the Science, your friends and most of Ilsebard contingent await you within. Would you like to see you through? Yes. But you're right, Otama. Some people have funny names in here.
By the 12.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsebard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
It's me.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention. Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald.
Thank you for the like.
To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
A little bit, I guess. His hair is in the way, though, that's true.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
This dude's all prepped up, yo.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow.
Eating potatoes.
That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
Thank you for the like. Arigato.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies.
Hey Loki, welcome.
The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
Hey Tin, welcome as well. How are you two doing?
Accordingly, I have been designated
Thank
commander
you.
of the Ilzabad contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
I think I remember you, yeah.
Lord Emanolane!
Ah, yes. Emanolane de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Wait, calm down, King. Don't need to be that harsh. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain... Yeah, probably this.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring-do.
Oh boy.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Can't wait for them.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
If they're delayed...
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh, freaking awesome. Yikes, they're back.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy.
Just the warriors of the steppe, dot. They just look for battle, to be honest.
In northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range.
I'm afraid so.
Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Oh boy.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
This music is so lovely all the time. Forgot about this. Yishtola! Besides the delegates assembled, here the Amalja and several other tribes offer to send troops of their own. Hi, Rudy! Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simple to survive in the harsh climate of Ilzabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telofroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? How are you doing, Rudy? Warding scales for each Guardian delegation. I take it. Yeah, here you go. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. I'm doing fine as well, thank you for asking. That a set of warding scales I spy? Not that I wouldn't know what they look like. Yeah, of course not. Whoa, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these'll give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain or whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to pull Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Hehehe. I hear you've got something for us? Yep. You're not sick now? Nice. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hillefer told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't gotten a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sudden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's sail, or however the saying goes, on airships. Yes. So these are the farmed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside the 12's. The Elder Seats here, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald. Okay, like that. While learning all I can of their ways. And in so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so he says. Welcome back, King. I say this past time our allies benefited from the power at a Seat's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Oh, the talismans. We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Otard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Do you have a warning skill for me too? Yes. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice if I may. You have been told by many to wear the Call of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing special-made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. Hell are those? I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the Alamigan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. This is our last chances to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Urianger and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise. I suppose provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Ark, is that the cry of science in need of a tailor, I hear? Tataru? It's Tataru. But how? I have my way, so yes indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsvard without telling me? Nothing escapes my notice. Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you whether you like it or not. Oh boy. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? True, I guess. Ah, I did have one other thing to share. Argmers and Bloomweeda have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Sharlayan? Oh, why not? You can keep Krell company in the Baldasian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Argmus and Bloomweeda did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got things to take care of, and I'll make my way to Sharlayan. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Winter woolies? Are you working hard, Tama? Sorry, coughs. A lot of talking like this, narrating, does eventually hit the voice a bit. But I'm gonna try. I always did it. I'm kind of curious. Let's know. This? This? Computer chest gear. This? Pretty chill today? Alright, alright. High during armor of maiming. Nah, that can't be it. Oh, North Sea code, this is it. Try on, let's see. Yikes! That's one big fluffy code, okay. I'll put it here, just in case. You can't narrate. Nah, okay, Tin. Well, I did this all the time anyway when I did Final Fantasy when I began, so... I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to you. What? Sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? But I just get a dry mouth from narrating this much, though. You don't have much work, or is it because you want to try and rest a little bit, Tama? Because you're not feeling so well? It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garmald. Oh, alright. That's the lucky guess, though. Or it's like a lucky coincidence, I'd suppose. Not feeling good and happening to not have too much work. That's nice. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. On boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time. Alright, no problem. So this is gonna take a while, basically. Where we going? Oh wait, that thing in the middle there? Was?
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range.
Yep. What the hell?
Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Looks a big mountain in the middle. Right? Alright, let's hope I don't mess up the combos too much, because I have not played in a long time.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius.
Big snow.
The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
Most of them did switch armors, though.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that.
Have you tried eating something already, Tama?
Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Oh boy.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Big brain move, yeah.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into two groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most.
Aye.
I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Oh man. I miss all the action. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot. That's where Tancred should be. Spies, I'm guessing the tiger and the bunny girls that we saw? Oh no, it's just the tigers. Oh no, there she is.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks.
Thirst for fireworks.
All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh! We're fighting his Tancred? Oh gosh. White-haired gear is pretty... Well, he's pretty strong as well. We're actually fighting as him. Alright, let's have a quick lookie. 1, 2, 3. Damage reduction up. Alright, stealth, basically. Alright, stealth attack. Okay, we'll just try it out. Assuming there is nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. Damage! Aye.
Keep your wits about you.
Ooh, that was loud. What the hell?
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Can't move out of this? Wait, what? Oh. I was going the wrong way before. Alright. To. Woo! Wait. Where do I need to put the explosives though? On all of those. Are you kidding me? Mate. Come back. Oh, that doesn't work.
Spotted.
Oh, I thought that would work on this thing. Apparently not. Oh, that's not so good. That's not so good. Need to finish him now. Okay. We good. Hi, Ro. Thank you. Same for you. Ooh, hello. Oh wait, it's gonna work on humans now, right? Boop. Yeah, alright. That's the job, basically. Right? Gonna knock you out as well. Boop. Okay, so basically knock out the humans, stay away from robot. Don't. Boop. Have we come prepared? Wait, what? Have we? Okay, this one. Alright. That one skill apparently. How did the other dude not notice me? Okay, anyway, I'll take it. No problemo. Sure. Boop. Sleep, doggo. To. Boop. Okay. Nice. Uh-oh. Hayaku.
Damn, spotted.
Ah, you saw me. No, okay. That's it though, right? Yeah. Ah, no. Wait, hiding place?
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Ooh.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned.
Why are they talking so loud? Sorry, guys.
Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Thank you for the likes. Arigato. Okay, robot, can you bugger off? Tanto. Nice. Doggo. Oh. Just knock out most of them, as far as I can see. I'll probably need a room. Oh, yabe. No!
Must be losing my touch.
Crap! Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Stay there! Stay there! Stay there! Stay there! Stay there! Okay. Hoppa! Okay. Hola, doggo.
Damn.
No, no. Oh, come on. Seriously? Stupid robot get me every time. Ah. Edo. Oh. You're a big one. Don't look back. Over here. Nice. Okay. So big kaboomies now? Big fireworks show?
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
When is your next driving class, Tama? Your last one. Oh boy. Push the button. Push. Bye bye base. We're gonna see it from the other side as well. A few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsworth contingent supply caravan. Well, at the rear, that's where I am then. If I'm not mistaken. I was supposed to be at the back, right? Trump card in case necessary. Yep, here we are.
The blizzard's beginning to clear.
Good thing or a bad thing?
The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now. If they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be alright, but...
Goes boom, but no fireworks, true. Uh-oh.
Wait! Something's coming!
Doggos!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Here we go. Reaper time, but I haven't played in a while. Oh boy. Let's get him. I guess Tama must be working. Na 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 na. Wow, the rock music though. Get up.
Fighters! Protect the others!
Flank and rear. Okay. Not that it matters a lot, because I am solo, so we usually can't get our positions off anyway, but... Okay.
A brief respite, but stay alert.
Oh, we can't hit those. Alright, it's just here.
Keep the carriages safe.
Okay, now we have to protect it. Wait. Oh, alright, we switch. Alright, get it. Wakata.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Yep, I'm here. No worries. Reaper form, let's go. Oh, that's a nice one. Should be it, I guess.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
Why are they so loud?
We'll hold the line.
They're loud. Hello, party time.
We're the only ones still struggling. Time we put our backs into it then.
Alright then.
I've been itching for a good scrap.
Na 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 na. Nice, oh boy. Nice.
You lot all right back there?
Oh
We're
gosh.
fine and ready for more.
Everyone good?
Hear that?
Nice there.
Get to the front and turn the tide.
I'm here. I am here. Oh, we need to actually continue more. Alright. My bad. Meanwhile on the front line. Oh, Lise. Action. Everyone in action, yo. Nap time.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal. In time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Uh-oh. Boss.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them.
Ah, here I am.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
Just get him. Charge!
We have them now. Forward!
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull!
Nice.
That's her. Vigilia.
Oh, here she is.
Do not fall behind.
Let me get you then. Hello, Crossy. How are you doing? Oh gosh. You doing good? Nice, huh? Waiting for food. My food's only in a couple of hours. I already ate something quickly now. Chatto, mate.
Is everyone all right?
Oh. Has she bailed? Coward.
Kneel or die!
He jumped away. Hmm. Okay. More fodder for my flames. Call out a woman. Freaking insane. Literally.
Tremble before the sun!
May your scream fill the air!
Keep moving! That meteor. Nice. Duty complete. Alright. Got him.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Sadu Hatun!
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Still okay.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Yikes. That don't look pretty though. Not gonna lie.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain.
What happened? What do you mean?
800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here.
Civil war happened.
Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
What the hell? Yo. That Etrite crystal looking pretty cool with the Magitech around it all.
Forsaken.
Not gonna lie. Also, is the stream not too laggy? It's been super long since I've played this game, by the way. Settings are like on medium, because otherwise it got laggy. Not for me, but on stream, so I had to turn it down a bit.
In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech revolution.
Alright, cool. Hey, Metal. Normally it should be fine. I haven't touched the settings, but it's literally been a couple months that since I've played this game. So
How
are you doing,
did he
Meta?
conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself...
You doing good? Nice. Me too, me too.
Far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
What the hell is that thing, though? Is it like the main tower? Must be. It just destroyed the entire place, basically. That's the main bad tower. Okay. Or evil tower.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
Yep.
We can consider the question after we have made camp.
This is Final Fantasy XIV online.
If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
Thank you for all the likes, by the way. Arigato.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Pirate language, though.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
How was Apex the other day? We climbed up to Silver 3. We had some decent games and some bad ones, but two or three where we had like above 100 or 200 points, so it was okay. My aim was fairly okay most of the time. But then, if I can't find my 301, I'm like missing a bit of a staple gun, basically. I kinda need a 301 most of the time if I want to be able to do my good aims. But we had some funny plays with the Mastiff, since Wolfie challenged me to try use the Mastiff more often. And since we're playing Mad Maggie, works fine. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of the camp? Alize and I will meet you there. Sure. I still prefer the EVA 8 for now, because, you know, more shots in a row. And a bit faster and just a more compact spread compared to the Mastiff, but it was a fun gun. And with Mad Maggie, it has the funny pickup animation as well, so not gonna lie, it is a fun one. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head has cleared. Huh? What's up? In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. It's the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at a distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Okay, yeah, in here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Yeah, but Wolfie challenged me, so I'm doing it, even in ranked. And yeah, let's actually quickly, I think it's like this. Let's appreciate how ugly the tower is. That is true. I think it's huge, though. Oh. Alright. I still prefer EVA 8, but you know, if I see a Mastiff now, I'll pick up a Mastiff. But I have been challenged. You will be pleased to know most of the tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do however feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since one would expect to find them ransacked, strangely there are no signs of anything have been stolen. Must be a bad place. Hell yeah, it's a bad place. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Tower do be kinda dirty. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned meeting? I will make my way there. The amount of skills involved in this game? Yeah, right? It's kind of nice. Well, you have like some general skills like the sprint and the heal is basically everyone. And then there's the mount. Shit. Meto, shut up. Then these are just emotes, honestly. These are just for funsies. But these are the ones I use. So basically, for those who don't know, I use like a Razer Naga Pro or Epic Pro if I'm not mistaken. I don't know anymore. I think it's just Naga Pro. So that's a mouse with 12 side buttons, and I'm just so used to it. I cannot play any other game anymore, or any other game, any game in general, with another mouse. I'm super used to 12 side buttons. So basically this is like 1 to 12. The second row for me is Alt 1 to 12. And then on the top we have Control 1 to 12. But I do try, because I used to actually play super many MMORPGs, or just in general a lot, compared to what you actually see now is like a lot of FPS games. So what I always tend to try and do is like healing skills in their same spots. Like definitely here, for example, if I switch to Samurai, let's say, this skill heals me, this skill heals me. They're on the same spot. And then there's a defensive skill here that blocks the next incoming damage. If I go back to my Reaper, it's just one above, because this one has a mobility. So I try to keep them like on the same space as much as possible. So like your muscle memory kind of works in almost every class, except obviously, you know, switching to healers or tanks, it's a little bit different. But yeah, the thing is this class even doesn't have so... There are classes with way more though. I know that. There's some classes with way more, but kinda... Mistake. No, this one only has one free slot even. Also one free slot here. Machinist, one of the classes with the least amount of skills. Summoner, yeah, since the rework, Summoner True changed as well. This one's also only level 62, so I'm still missing some skills. Red Mage also has quite a lot of free spaces, because it revolves around the same thing all the time. And now we're like getting to classes that are on a bit of a lower level, so they don't have so many things. I could take a look at Sage. Sage almost full as well. Does not have the self-heal, but Sage is also a healing class, so... But the thing is as well, this game is a bit boring in the beginning, we're not gonna lie, because you're stuck on a global cooldown. Like, if you just look at the hotbar, you see loads of skills suddenly jumping on cooldown, which is just your standard 2.5 second global cooldown. But then after you gain a few levels, you see there's skills that don't have the cooldown, so that means you can cast those in between, and then you stay a lot more busy. And if you're fast enough, you can cast 2 of those in between one skill, for example. And then you have loads of things to do. And then it still depends from class to class a little bit more as well. Lost Ark, that name rings a bell, but I've never played it. Need to sniff my nose, hang on. My MMO that I played the most of all is Guild Wars 2. And that one also only has like 10, I think. One series. Because in here you just have all of your skills. In Guild Wars they're like... You know, you have 3 skills that you can put to slot 1, for example. No, wait, it's different, it's different. Your skills just switch to your weapon. You have 5 weapon skills basically. Then you have a healing skill, and you can choose between 4 skills, but you only can use 1. But you can switch it when you want out of combat. And then you have like 3 utility skills. The same goes for there. You have like 20 utility skills, for example. You need to choose 3 of them, and then you're elite. Yeah, like okay, you've played it. So and then you have like an elite skill. You have 5, and then you need to choose 1 of them. So that's also a fun thing about like Guild Wars 2 is like you can face the same class, and he can run an entirely different build. Compared to here, everyone runs the same. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Well, let me drink, because maybe I have to narrate this.
Our present situation is as follows.
I don't need to.
Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may.
What's up, Maxima?
Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Proxy? Flying Piggy.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
Gotta love the pirates. Gotta love them sometimes.
My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it
freezing
won't
our
be
asses
easy.
off. Oh, they're just
Understood.
so blunt.
The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
Gosh.
The rest of us should
pirates
either
are just so
stand watch
blunt
or
in this
survey
game.
the area.
It's funny.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position.
Pirates? Oh my gosh, time to yeah.
That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Capture the next threat that gets into your home, Tama.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service. Though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
Graha is a sick coat though.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
If there are any survivors, we will surely find them. Extensive travels is something of an understatement, but I suppose if there's nothing else that needs doing. Ice fields? I love ice fields! Oh wait, no, I don't. We'll find survivors if there are any.
I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return.
Gosh, these options sometimes.
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Ice fields? I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't. Freaking sarcasm. Yabe yabe. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Righty. Gods be good, if it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when next we meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. What ho chums? Been giving something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Yeah. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Emblem Rime for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on off the chance you'll find someone? You take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Gotta love Alize. Keep pressing the wrong buttons, because I haven't played in ages. Oh, you like the motorbike? Woo! He's funny though. I'll show you some of my favorite mounts in a bit after this one. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. No, what we're after right away. Is that an ether current? No, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But what do I see over yon hillock? What? There's no mistaking it. That's the girl. Is that how bikes work? In this game, it can fly. A survivor? Show me. Over there behind that tree, it looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we were here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. Kotori also loves bikes. Yep. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you. But won't you need some of yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. I do have a real one as well. Alright, so let's see. Favorites. Easy peasy. Alright, so this one took me a while to get because it actually was an achievement one. But this is one of my favorites. It's not a nine-tailed fox correctly, but it's what's as close to it in this game. It's a pretty cool thing, this one. But Kotori is a guy, and Kotori already has his license, I think. I think he already made it. It's a Pokemon? Yeah, no, it's no Pokemon. Then we have a Kirin, which I also had to get through an achievement. Kinda from the Japanese mythology as well. This one gets wings when I'm flying, but we can't fly yet here, because I haven't explored it yet. Like this one as well. Then you saw the bike already. These two are kind of just unicorns in different colors, and I just have them here because of the song they play. The songs are insane. But I need to keep running, otherwise the song goes like silent. It's like from just one of my favorite songs, basically. It's about to kick off though, hang on. Here we go. Anyway, moving on. This one's just because it's kind of funny. It's super simple, it's just burning wheels. Then we have a small wolf. Just basically because of the song as well. Yeah, the song. So basically you needed to collect all of the smaller ones to get the big ones, same with the horses. Then we have a peacock, apparently. Which also is an emote. So that's the funny one. Then we have the car. I don't really like the car super much. And then we have this thing though. With also a pretty funny song. And this one becomes like some sort of airship when I'm flying. But can't fly. Alright, moving on with the story now. Because that's all the show boasting I can do. And then forward and back and forward, back and forward and back and then forward and back. I don't have done much else but story and just level grinding, so that's all I can show. At Trail of Fresh Footprints leads east. And some of these were just getting by swipe, like the bike was just swiping, the robot, and the peacock. And this one as well. And these were achievements and these were by doing dungeons. Getting lucky. Or grinding dungeons and don't get lucky. Basically. What the hell is that? That ain't pretty, alright. I like the Ovibus. Ovibus is cute. These footprints appear to be the same as those you saw previously and they lead towards the building. Makes sense? Trying to hide from the cold. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, I'd also possibly that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Mm-hmm. No problem. Don't see her, actually. Probably here, because this survey is taking ages. Guess what, Zenko's right. We jump in a cutscene. So something is about to happen. Isn't she there? Right in front of us? She there? Yeah, I was about to say. The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Ha! I'm gonna rush it. I'll go so fast that she can't get my attention. Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. Make use of cover such as rocks to approach her without being seen. Similarly, the objective will also end in failure if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again. Oh gosh, hang on. Use the sprint real quickly and then go to these rocks just to be safe. And pant. She tired. I'm gonna turn around? Yeah, she's gonna turn around, okay. That's basically our cue every time she gets tired. Figured that one out already. What's that following me is called a mini pet. It's purely aesthetic. This is actually just a miniature version of my favorite character in the game, Y'shtola. Got her twice, I think, even. I think I have another one from Y'shtola. I'm gonna go to this street just to be safe. She's just cute, isn't she? Isn't she a cutie? Isn't she a cutie? Anyway, need to pay attention here. Overgrown rose, okay. Oh, she back on running. I also have another one. But two. We also have this one. It took me a while to get as well. A little fox. Oh, and I can do this. Pet. And then it's gonna lay down in a little ball. It's always like jumping as well. Boing, boing, boing. But I tend to keep Y'shtola. But I had two. It's not. Don't you! Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. That made a lot of noise. I thought he was gonna attack me. It's a red symbol in front of his. Oh my gosh! Hello, Stow. Wait, 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 wait. No! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! All right. Suck. She saw me. Crap. Bam, bam. Hey, look, someone else is at the story mission here. That's frustrating though. This takes forever. Destination, go. Yes, start. Hey. Wakata, go. Crap, man. Did she turn around because I got too close? Or did she turn around because it was just there? Man, gotta do this over again. Oh, yeah, actually, we lost Chocobi. I forgot to use Chocobi, actually. This person's reminding me. Oh, hello. Why you... Okay. This dude's a Chocobo, and I called him Chocobi. Should be on healing, I think. How do I check that again? Oh my gosh. I have no idea. Yeah, oh crap, I'm a bit far behind. Oh, hang on. He's in freeze stance. No, he should be in healer stance. Wait, actually freeze fine for now, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Freeze fine. Yeah, freeze fine. How do I level them up again? I don't know. No idea anymore how Chocobi works. Forgot. I forgot. Those beasts spot you, I'm done for. So I'm gonna keep a little bit more distance now. Chocobi, you need to hide, you stupid! You stupid! Oh wait, I got to keep moving? They're all depending on me. So she's doing something for someone. I should be far enough, right? Alright, she actually just stops there in the middle. Alright, so it wasn't me. I didn't mess up there. Alright. Well, I did at the same time, but I thought I was too close. But that's not the case, at least. She actually just stops there. Really fast. Go to this tree, I think. Hopefully I can make it across to the rocks. Welcome back, Wolfie. Right, these things have blue symbols before their name, so they don't attack me unless attacked. Alright. We made it. So I'm guessing all the survivors from Garlemald are like hiding here. Boo! Phew! Still in one piece. And gotcha! She's gonna get jump scared so hard. Don't look behind you, there's a Reaper behind you. Don't. Who are you? Stay back, this house is packed with explosive. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Yeah, that's an obvious bluff. Please, we just want to talk. Hey, Alphina. They finally caught up. I'm Alphina, this is my sister Alize and our good friend Zenko. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Talofroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They are the enemy, our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Talofroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's Licinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question. Ever since that night and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I know all my life. Eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. We have family here. Is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, but now me and a few others are, borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were... The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Spacing out. No problem, Metal. This is everyone. But it's not many of them. Licinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide a spark with a little magic, Alize? We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, yes, do as you will. Gazebo? What? Bower? I don't know none of those two words. Alright, something's off with Licinia. Yeah, something's off here. Don't know if we should trust her. Na 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 na. Linia's inner turmoil is writ plain on her face. Alright. Sorry, I was still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Speak with Alpha now, apparently. Alright, perfect spot for a cutscene. What the hell? I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Emilion's tinctures. The one that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? What the hell's this music? The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Warming tincture? I've never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? You're calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Wine and snow. Food production, water purification. The magitech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run of lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulia engines is full of stuff. For all the good it does to us. It does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. It's the little radio over there, alright. All is well, yes, and never better. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? Twas a joke, twas a joke. If I laughed, 'tis that I may not weep, so said the poet, and alas my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead or live honest puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards to our final judgment. Talking about positivism. What do you want? Give you this. A tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. A freaking radio though. It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it. We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components, crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Locus Aurmonus it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, or horizon. An ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locust Amonis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. It's a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe the Emperor Varys yet lives and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varys would not be defeated so easily. Narrator and voice actors ain't good. Thank you, Tin! Have a nice meal, okay, Tin? See you in the next one, maybe. What's that? Blip blip. A drink. So this is what you gave the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. What's up? Are you part of the group staying in Laterum? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glaciers a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? We whooped them back. Camp Broken Glass, you call it? And Virgilia and her men are all there now? How did you reach the Magna Glaciers? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships? Then there might be a way to... Listen ya, where is everyone? Real voice, there's still someone else. Is something the matter? Who are you hiding? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. Wait, you just actually gonna... If you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there. People whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food. And that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach there then, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the others still stands, that is. If the offer still stands. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up on your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. If it's ceruleum you need, then ceruleum you shall have. You'd best watch out for baby Almasties while we're... Well, let's try and be nice, but... We're gonna just ignore the fact that we heard that? Thank you so much. To reach trappers, then you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Right. But I need to go to the little shrine, so give me a minute, please. Models, models, there's no models here. There's no models here, it's just me. I'm no model. What are you talking about, man? It's the fox. Anyway, did my webcam glitch out maybe? Ah, that sometimes happens when I happen to be gone. My webcam glitches out. Just remembers the last thing it saw or something. So that's probably what you're talking about, Meto. It's definitely no model or anything. Anyway, where are we going? I don't know. How do I put the freaking world bigger map again? Yeah, all the way over there. Wait, can we pause this though? I don't know. Let's try. Vroom vroom! No, we can't. It's just a tube. Doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Wait. I see 2 arrows. It's that one. Wait, what was that title? Roses are red, violence is dua. I'm sure, vroom vroom, I'm going so slow. Yeah, normally you can go faster, but for that you need to collect stuff. And I haven't done that yet. This is the first time I'm here. That's why there's still, like, the fog of war, as you want to call it as well. Hello! Sorry. Who goes there? How did you find this? These I'm smarts. What? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over of Victor Spoils hadn't given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes. But they could come waiting in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot and now the capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, they've got another thing coming. No, I don't wanna... The thing is, you don't stand a single chance, but alright. I'll humor you! Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't remember that skill. What the hell's this? Wait, what? Wait, I don't remember this one. Huh? Immortal sacrifice cost. Level 88. Anyway. There you are. Huh? Yeah, Alice. Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go and catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I've little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is Tappers then. Well then, after you. Thank you. So ladies first. You know? You know? To the enemies then. Sorry. Alice can take care of herself though. She's strong. Who are you? What happened to the guards? What guards? Eorzeans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean? You were brought here from other lands? Girabanya, Yangsha, Bolzia, Dalmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is the Cerulia engines, still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used to for much these days. What with the city in ruins, we take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sort all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we manage to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire. And the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for time being. Long as there's need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by. Even if Garlemald as we knew it is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilsabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many that would be a cause for celebration, while for others their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people? Their lives? Their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there will be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Gone like my dreams. Your dreams are gone, Metal. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? Hi. What? Those purebloods up at Victor's Spoils send you? To turn to their enemies for help? They must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Lysinia's got her little sister to think about. A sister? But we only saw Lysinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Lysinia's at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? So that's who we heard, the little sister. Can't for the life of me think why Lysinia would keep her sister a secret from us, but we can ask about that after we've delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Hi. Vroom vroom. Wait, now I'm actually curious. I forgot how I get this thing that's called consume all stacks of immortal sacrifice. Forgot about that. Oh wait, this one. Oh, Arcane Circle does that. Alright, right. Remember. Let's go back. Zenko too strong. Well, these things are 82. We're level 90, which is the max. And we are basically at soft cap. Unless there's better gear suddenly, but I don't think so. Well, there is from dungeons and raids. Or definitely raids, not dungeons maybe. But yeah, I haven't done any raids at all yet. I am going the wrong way as well, by the way. Haven't done raids, I'm not in a guild or anything. Or a free company as they call it here. Alright. This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alfina would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. Beginning to sound like Destiny. Oh no, there's just, you know, lots and lots of dungeons to do in this game. That's not looking good. The hell happened here? Looking. I'll come back. They asked me to help carry supplies. But when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard. Forced me to defend myself. I fear they fought rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness. Then in you swoop. Here to help? What rot. All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in? Put ourselves at your mercy? Put us in chains? Steal our lands? Get your revenge? You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true. Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sounds of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? Invade our homeland. Tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee. Keep their purity intact. Than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting. Waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend my injuries, and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one part out of here, so that's where we'll start. Suppose so. It's not far, might as well sprint. Two sets of fairish footprints. Young women, judged by the size. Bye, Meto. Thanks for joining. This is definitely them. Come on. I don't know if and when I'll do a second one today, though. I'll see if I can, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Oh, footprints here as well. Bro. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints? I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place, it's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do without Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Okay, okay. Ah, what in general? Oh my gosh, what a big area. Oh gosh. Oh, there's a clue. Empty bottle. The empty bottle smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it has been here for some time and is unlikely to have any connection to Licinia or her sister. Would they have gone to the cave? Let me check that first. The cave is kinda... Alright, no, that's also not within the zone. The house, maybe? No, also not. I'm just gonna go, pardon, the other side then. Well. Half-buried piece of paper. The wet paper half-buried in the snow appears to be a flyer for a theater. Yeah, alright. Fresh blood. That's not good. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. The trail of blood leads southeastwards. Oh no. Licinia is on the ground. Oh no, their boat! Oh. Is still alive? The two bodies are already cold. Man, come on.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
Na, 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 na.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it. But Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Na 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 na. There must have been something we could have done, but what? Would you have never come here? They'd still be alive if we hadn't? We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. I'm lazy to run this, so I'm teleporting. Also, it's quite far anyway. Alyssa and Alfred tell me they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account? It's no fun thing.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
Nothing.
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvus is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
What, that radio? Yep, that radio.
Varus spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
You broke your face? What? How you break your face?
I must speak with you.
How do you do that?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
The thing? Okay, okay.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans?
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this.
Riddle me this.
Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you two go yourselves? I'm going with you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause. But you will proceed with the utmost care.
Of course.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Hehe. This gunblade. Give me a minute, everyone. sorry. You will be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Tancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Alright. Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Ready, go. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead. Haven't you where I can see you? We do have names, you know. I'm Alize and he's Alphina. And last but not least, there's Zenko. Zenko. Where have I heard that before? No matter, Alphina and Alize will watch the road ahead, while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run. Towards that station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Once you choose to depart, Julius will accompany you. Alphina and Alize will then begin moving towards the destination. Make your way liminal or moving from side of Alphina and Alize. Okay. Hi, let's go. Gotta follow them, I guess. We're not allowed to fight, alright? Uh-oh. I think we want to avoid that one though. A little bit. Yeah. Avoid it just a little bit. Nice. At least I didn't mess up this one. This is it, the first stop that is. No, you're not followed. Good, it looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept you to your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is Regio Domorum. Domorum, yes. One of the main residential areas. Or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close. No wandering off, understood? Alrighty. From here we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen isn't anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen. Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. So we'll try to avoid detection. The chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow... Tama has soup. Nice! What kind of soup is it, Tama? Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take the chance. With that said, let us proceed. Royco tomato with croutons. Nice, 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 nice. Always gotta have croutons, right? Croutons in soup's the best. I'll be getting French fries in like quick maths 2 hours or something, I think. 2 hours in a bit. I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. You're done working for today? Nice, then you can rest a bit. Where are we going? Up there? Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. Student? I do weird names the game, the open world, the RPG. Yeah, of course. As you can see, it's like the 178th time or something almost that I streamed this one, so of course I enjoy the weird names. I meant what I said, these people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of a desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Not a bad game though, Final Fantasy, definitely not. The story is insanely big. Following the railway. Okay. Go on the railway. How about that one? Jumping motorcycle. There. Those don't look good anymore. Emperor Imperial. Alright. Hello, Suzuki. How are you doing? Look at what they have become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Might have hives? That's not good. I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. Those exposed to a vast quantity of Primal's ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it, now that you've seen these monstrosities for yourself. Perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. He's a bit stubborn, but... Can't disagree, I guess. You see these? Hello. Okay, we're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. This way. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Yeah, I figured it was downstairs. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. They now serve as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins that I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Alright. Because we saw like our teleport already. Adora. If I could be a fruit, what would I be? I've no clue. I've no clue. No one's ever asked me that before. One of my... I don't eat a lot of fruit, but one of my favorite fruits is a pear. So, maybe a pear? I don't know. Do you have a fruit that you want to be, Tama? You have a fruit that you like to be? If you could be? How do I like them? A little... Oh, hang on. It's plain to see why they chose Tin as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. I guess like a little bit in between. So obviously not super soft, but a little crunchy is still decent. Or is still allowed, of course. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey camp broken glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold, much like Victor's spoils. It must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Be a menace. Lower your voices while you may be here as my guest. The others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive, over there. A durian? What is that even? I don't even know what a durian is. Menace to society, though. Yeah, bet. Let me Google that real quickly. Hang on a second. Durian. Ah, okay, that one. Okay. See a picture. All right. It's a fruit that smells like. Stinky spike fruits that you're not allowed to take on public transportation or taxi. Heavy stinky then. Okay.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Imposing commander.
Yes, sir.
Wait, it's not a real one?
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The First? I had no idea you had survived.
If it smells bad, then it's a good one.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
I've never eaten it, so I actually don't know.
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were
Never
our
eaten it before.
only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name.
You mean
Aye,
can't eat it, I
but
guess.
if it is a choice between yours and mine...
Because the smell.
...then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers.
Oh boy.
If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
You got hyped again? Nice, Tama. I'm glad you're looking forward to your favorite game again.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you, if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition.
Paradox Pokemon?
Collar them.
One for violent? Okay. When is the release actually? Again.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or
9
act
days from?
suspiciously,
Okay.
and we will administer a rather painful shock.
It's gonna be non-stop Pokemon for Tama.
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
I haven't watched
Even
Pokemon
now,
in a
you
long
still-
time.
Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, blackest... Bleh. On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire. That sounds nice. Oh, that's his words! Horsefall! I didn't even realize it when I chose him.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Horsefall.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Without knowing, I chose Horsefall's words. Nice. You'll have to excuse me though, I need to go to the little shrine again. I'm sorry, we're back. Alrighty, I'm back. Berta. What? I said pardon in the Dutch accent. Lol. Alright. Anyway. My bad. Where'd that come from? As per Lord Quintus' instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your colors, nor would I tell you if I did. And if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision? Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wherever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Elfin and Alize will pay the price. Yeah, I know you'll shock them. Can I connect to this one now? Nope. It's you, Zenko Sakura. You know me? I served under Lord Gaius in the... oh crap, 14th Legion. I was there on the night the Praetorium fell. You and your adventures, you killed them. My comrades, my friends. Swept them aside in their dozens, as though they were nothing to you. And maybe I am too. Just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return. Until you get what you deserve. Mark my words. Okay, sorry about that, but you know, you were the bad guys. You still are. But now you're in trouble as well, so we're trying to be nice, alright? Alright? Hi, Octavia. Tama is right, some of these names are... I don't know. Right, let's try this one. Sabinianus. Hi, okay. So cold. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Alright, I can't help him apparently. It's the best I can do is just talk to him. You came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you'd best keep your hands off the detrite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans for Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the Etrite's power to keep this place lit, though that came at the cost of its normal function. The end of Ash. By Ash Ketchum. Marcellinus. I know who you are, the so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Ugh, damn those... Toward the suturus. Okay, yeah. I don't know what the tutorus is, but... Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus' life, but we made our escape. Took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back. And then... night fell and we gathered around radio. And the roar. The terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. If you can call this a mercy, mind intact but body broken, a soldier in name alone, I'd cut you down where you stand if I could, murderer. Oh yeah, if Ash becomes world champion, that's kinda the best he can do, eh? Touchy with the radio. This radio is the same model as the one used at Victor's Spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. Yeah, true. That was a thing. Here? There? Here, off now. Ash's daughter in the new game. They could pick up on that, I guess, indeed. Did you learn anything of note? Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are the greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Yeah, but how? Okay. Flavius. Assisting. Let's help these buddies a bit. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see that well. Thank you. The numbness has subsided a little, but I know I won't last much longer. Should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. Yeah, it seems a bit weird to end it if it's still super popular. That's kinda true. So those you met fare no better? I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are in no position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, though we need to persuade Julius first. Naruto and Boruto. Honestly, I also never watched that. Well, seen enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've kept scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is a greater concern though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. She has a Pikachu clone? One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume. Heard something of it, haven't you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the boss's words, loyal servants of the Telophoroi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realized. Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion, saying as much and instructing them to join forces with the Provisional Legions, to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we will bring you ceruleum. And food, for that matter. I will speak with Lord Quintus. That's a start. At least that's something. So, did he agree to it? Oh, crap. No, he will not place Garlemald in the depth of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than your word. Once we're outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. This park. Materials. We will begin our search for ceruleum in Regio... Oh boy. Urbanissima. Yeah, Urbanissima. Okay. The first location is Forum Solis, a park to the northwest of the station. You have to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. As I might have mentioned before, the last Pokemon game I've played is the Sequeen, one of the versions that came after Gold and Silver, all the way back on the Game Boy. I think it was a Game Boy Advanced or Color that I was using at that time, and it's one of the last ones that I played. And we can use the motorcycle. It's a bit faster. And watching? That's really a long time ago, honestly. That I don't even remember. Or at least proper followed, let me put it like that. Proper followed was all the way at the start. Just Misty and Brock. And then I stopped for some reason. You've only played solo? Yeah, I do like Pokemon games in solo. So this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Zos Galvas. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every lost drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. But I can't play the new ones. I don't have a Nintendo DS or anything. All I got is my PC. So, yeah, that's the problem. Shop counter. Though rather small by Guardian standards, the structure is reminiscent of merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play as a shopkeeper. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. Saw something in the middle as well. War Machina wreckage. Oh no, that's Alpha now. Maybe above as one there. I played Yellow as well, where Pikachu actually followed you all the time. That was a funny one. A cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitech armor confirms that fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Julius said. And I started off with blue, I think. Children's slide. I don't find ceruleum on a children's slide? I doubt it, right? The contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Machina armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. But on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. I need one more spot. Ah, up. I was right, actually. That was a good guess. Behind me up here. Saw shiny. Oh, and I see that. Get this first. Before I forget, because I know I forget. I forgetful fox. Very forgetful sometimes. Map of Forum Solis. Several points of interest are marked on the map of Forum Solis. The Pond Children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. None. You made claws? Okay, okay. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Seems a bit sad, eh? Oh, it's you. Any luck? Sorry, buddy. None of us, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry. Hit the microphone. There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, It's just... I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so, like all other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be soaping wet when all was said and done, every time. And every time when we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. With a ceruleum-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. That was a long time ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearable cold though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign signifery and medici, so it doesn't scare me. And then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now? Elfina, as you have a knack of finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of Verfire should do the trick. Give it to me. Oh. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So, fancy a dip? Rather not, but a little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry, that way, oh my gosh, we'll find it in order. Nah, a friendly competition. Why not? Last one to find a ceruleum tank is a rotten egg. Though I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when this is over. Yeah, I think so. Point, she jumped in. Go swim in the winter. Oh yeah. Oh, it's not even deep! Oh my gosh. I thought we legit had to go underwater or something. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add injury to the insult, the ice wind on your damn clothing chills you to the bone. Oh gosh. Chills to the bone. Literally. Taking damage over time. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add injury to the insult, again, chills to the bone. Lovely. I thought we actually had to swim here. Dive into the murky water but come... Yes. Obviously. Oh boy. This has to be the one then. Benito, where your fingers catch on what you think might be a handle. Hey. Bonk. Bonk. Blub, 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 blub. Nice. Da, 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 da. You open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. Hey. Yeah. That was lovely. However, your grand discovery comes at great personal cost, as you become actually aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body. Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver to him your prize. I love it. The victory pose and then freaking freezing off. I love it. What a good one. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Sniff, sniff. That's it. And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. Oh, Julia's gonna help. Nice. Call me an old down because by fire I am reborn and my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated, in Lord Quintus' eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, ice would melt and the forgotten grass makes its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again those rooftops are rubble. Those friends are dead and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. Na na na. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Brum brum. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time. The time being now. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using a compact explosives. With luck we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you to stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering though, you should check the machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Okay? Might call it after this one. Understood. Let's get to work. I'm going for 3 hours and a half, basically. Right. According to the ceruleum gauge, this unit's fuel tank is empty. Failing then. Ceruleum gauge on this unit appears to have been broken, giving you no way to determine how much fuel in tank it may hold. Well, let's risk it, I guess. Use this. After successfully retrieving the kind of completely empty. Crap. Hard broken again. All right. A little guess, I suppose. Completely empty. All right, I'm out of bombs now as well. So, the tree in this row. Thank you. I'm just gonna try and keep going this way, because we'll have to see first a bit. Alright, the ones that you actually do make open or do open and let explode are gone, so that's something. Thing behind here. Eh, stuck. Oh. Oh, there's more. Wonder if one actually is gonna be full or not. Appears to have been broken again. I'm gonna check this one first. Empty, alright. Then we can definitely use a bomb on this one. Oh! You retrieved the warp machine's ceruleum tank to find it's still half full, or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius will surely be pleased by your discovery. Nice. At least we got some more. More explosive? Wait, is that what I think it is? Uh-huh. It is what it is. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alize and Alphen are faring. Right? Sure. Waiting. Quite literally.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Tancred.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
Earpiece, by the way.
The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise.
Oh wait, are we standing next to him?
This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
You opened another tab, Wolfie. Good job.
An interesting development. And perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
No, it must be the earpiece. I think so.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Yes, sir. Search up the heat a bit. Oh. Don't need to walk there.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Alright, Wolfie, I'm ending the stream soon anyway. After this one. After this cutscene, probably. Been going for a while, eh?
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us.
Welcome back, King.
My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Are we now?
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eulus spoke?
Oh, Eulus. I'm calling him Julius all the time. Oops.
Finished your war, Council?
Uh-oh.
Alphino and Alize are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Oi, oi, oi. Nanny.
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
That's not nice.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Do as he says. Everything will be alright, and have faith. He doesn't like it though.
Get them out of here.
Eulus is definitely reluctant of having to shock them and having to even just captive them. Not fair though. Alright. But I'll see if I can do some more in the future. Let's see, can I get a screenshot here? There we go. There's more for next time. Alright, and on that note, I'm gonna call it for here. Thank you all for joining the stream. Hope you had a fun time. Hope no one got spoiled too much if you also played a game. It's been a long time. I'm gonna see if I can play it again a little bit somewhere in the near future so we can continue the story, since we still have a lot of story to do actually, and honestly I do kind of want to try and finish the game. So thank you all for joining today. I don't know for sure if there will be another stream. Maybe there will, maybe there will not, but I'll definitely be back tomorrow, that is obvious for sure. So thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful day, evening or night, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye. And bye bye.